This is Legally Golf, where we mix law, pop culture, and the occasional chaos of real life. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Brooke Goff, lawyer, businesswoman, and professional truth teller. Buckle up, this isn't your grandma's legal podcast. Today on Legally Golf, we're crossing over from the courtroom to the court, literally. I've got Azzi Fudd here, and we're talking basketball, brand, and being badass in a world that's finally catching up to women athletes. Hi, Azzi. Thanks for joining us for the podcast today. I appreciate you coming down from Stores, right?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. So I'll tell you, there's always a funny story when I prep for these things. So I was online and I was reading about you and your story, and people refer to you as Azzi and Azzi, and it must drive you absolutely crazy.
It should drive me crazier than it does, but I feel like I've heard it my whole life that I will sadly respond to Azzi, yeah. And I usually don't correct people. I'm like, okay, but it is Azzi.
Yes. So for the record, it's Azzi.
Yes.
So anybody that wants to do any kind of anything talking about you, it's Azzi. At least get the name right.
Yes, exactly. Please get the name right.
But the name is super unique, right? So
yeah.
It's not a name you hear often, and there's a story behind it, right?
There is.
So can you talk about a little bit about that?
Yes. So I was named after Jennifer Azzi. Jennifer Azzi played at Stanford. She played for the Olympic team, won a gold medal. She was my mom's favorite player growing up, someone that she looked up to. And I forget what event. My mom was invited to some all-star, some sort of camp, and they had dinner with, I forget what team Jennifer Azzi was on at the time, but they had dinner with those players. And so she sat at the same table as Jennifer Azzi, got to meet her, got to know her a little bit, found out that she was like an incredible person as well as player. And after that, she was like, if I have a daughter, I'm going to name her Azzi. So.
Did you ever meet Jennifer?
I have met her. I used to play flag football, fun fact.
Awesome.
And the flag football national championship tournament, whatever, was in San Francisco, and that's where she was coaching at the time. So I went over, I met her. It was really cool. And then that summer, I tried out for the USA team for the first time, and I made the team, and she sent me an email and was like, congrats on making the team. So excited to see another Azzi repping like our country. So that was, I have that email saved. I have a screenshot of it saved. I have it saved in my room.
It's not really another Azzi though, right? Because you were named for her, correct?
Yeah.
So flag football is like a sport you played a lot?
I did. I played flag football from third grade to my freshman year in high school.
So we're going to go down a little rabbit hole.
Okay, let's do it.
So I played football in high school.
Really?
I was the first female to play football in the foothill regions in New York State.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. But it was when women were not, and it was tackle football. So we didn't have flag football there. But I understand the challenges with it, but I understand how fun it was. So I want to know position. I want to know all of these answers from you.
Wait, what made you want to start playing football?
So I grew up in a town and in a place where everybody said women can't do things. And that was my life. And I was out to prove everybody wrong. Women can do everything and more. Sorry, guys. That men
not
can
sorry,
do.
guys.
Yeah, not sorry. So for tackle football for me was somebody's got to do it, and why not 5'4", 125 pound scrawny me going up against these guys? But I loved it, and football is huge in my house. Like, don't call my wife and I on Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. We are unavailable because all we are doing is watching football.
I love that.
But so my position, I was on, believe it or not, they made me an O lineman. Don't ask me why. And then they made me a D lineman, and it was one of the best experiences learning, discipline in sports and really pushing yourself. I was okay, but I'm sure if you were playing, especially seeing what the kind of athlete you are, you have a whole nother level of a story. So talk to me about position. Did you play always the same position?
I was a wide receiver. I was
going to guess it. I was just going to say wide receiver, but I didn't. I should have.
Wide receiver and safety.
Oh, safety. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It was so fun. But I started playing. I was supposed to play with one of my best friends at the time. I was in third grade. It was going to be the two of us on this all-boys team. She dropped out right before the first practice. I remember crying on the way to practice, being miserable at that first practice, being the only girl. Like, these boys were all friends. I hated it. I would say probably like halfway through the season, I started to enjoy it a little bit. Like I started smiling, you could see it. But it was until I think maybe my last 2 years playing, maybe 3 years, it was always, I was either the only or one of two girls playing on an all boys team, playing against boys. And it was so fun beating the boys, competing against them. I played during basketball season, but I felt like it helped with my reaction time. It helped with all those little things and like your footwork. But it was something other than basketball to take your mind off. You're having fun. You're still in shape. And nothing beats beating boys. I mean, you know that.
The best, right? So touchdowns, I assume you've scored some touchdowns, right?
Yes, I have.
I've seen some of your social and your dancing. So did you have a touchdown dance? Not yet?
No, I did not
over
have.
Time?
I think that if I played flag football now, I would have a touchdown dance, but I was I would still consider myself more of a shy person, but I've definitely become a little more outspoken, a little bit more bold. But when I was younger, I was so shy. I maybe would have smiled when I scored a touchdown. That's about it.
The NFL is crazy right now because the certain celebrations are even being fined on right now. I always think when I watch them, I'm like, what would my touchdown dance look like? It'd probably go on for about 90 seconds. It wouldn't end.
As it should.
Right? As it should. I'd probably be fined, I don't know, half of your salary, but I would be doing what I want to do. What is your favorite football team? Do you have one? Don't say the Patriots.
No, it would be the Commanders.
Interesting.
It was my dad's favorite team, and that's how I grew up. But I don't watch too much. I don't watch too much football. I will admit that.
Well, it's
I know
they're
not. I know they're not the best, but
they actually didn't have a bad year last year. I'm a Jets fan, so I mean, you talk to your dad about the Jets, he'll tell you there's not much to talk about the last 40 years, something like that. So I'm one to talk about the Commanders. You win more games than we win in 5 years, probably in 1 year. So it's
wow.
But we talked a little bit about your mom though, and your mom played basketball too, right? Basketball's deep in your blood.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Was she same position, different position when she played?
Same position. She was a guard. Yeah.
And you started super young?
I did. I started playing in first grade on a team, but I grew up in a gym. I mean, there's pictures of me like sleeping in between bleachers, sleeping on laps of parents. Like I didn't go to preschool or like I was never put in daycare. I was brought to the gym, passed from parent to parent, hung out, did the scorebook growing up. So it's where I grew up.
That's awesome. Did your mom share any special stories about her journey with playing basketball on a professional level?
I think most of the conversations we've had have been around like her experiences, and you know, as a parent, she wants my experience in college with basketball and everything to be better than how hers was. And I think there were a lot of things that she would do over going back from the injury perspective, from, you know, like speaking up for herself, being her own spokeswoman. So a lot of things I've been able to learn from her, and I mean, things have changed a lot since she was playing. But just getting to hear her experience, what she went through, and see how much the game has changed has been kind of crazy to see. But I mean, having her and my dad as resources to help guide me through this process from when I started to now, from AU to picking a college to now like brand deals, having parents that like know what they're talking about and have an idea of what you're going through has been so key in my life.
Let's talk about dad though. So does dad basketball background?
Yes. So my dad played at American University, and then he played overseas for a while, and now he coaches. My mom played at Georgetown, NC State first, and then Georgetown. And then she was drafted and got hurt and then got pregnant, and here I am.
But it's, you know, thank God here you are, because a lot of women that played when your mom played were kind of afraid to have kids in the WNBA. Like so much has changed in the last 20 years in the WNBA, right? Mm-hmm. It's a regular occurrence now that we're seeing players that are having kids, sometimes even before retirement, but it's a hard life. Did your mom ever talk to you like about that? Like, you know, her wanting to have kids and when she was a professional athlete, do you guys ever talk about that? And the struggles along with that?
Even now, it's hard to be a professional athlete, have kids, continue your career after that. But back then it wasn't as normal. You didn't see that as much. So, I mean, I'm not really sure what else to say about that.
No, it's good. I would say no accident though. And if you're the accident, the best kind of accident, right? I mean, come on. But I do want to ask you, you're in Connecticut, and we would argue that Connecticut is the women's basketball capital of America, especially for college level UConn. When did you know you wanted to go to UConn? And I preface that by saying, I ask other players and they tell me, I think I was born knowing I wanted to come to UConn. When was it in your life that you decided that's where I want to go?
For me, I definitely was not born knowing that. It wasn't until the fall of going into my senior year that I knew that's what I wanted. I was a very indecisive person. Not indecisive anymore, working on that. But this was a big decision. I didn't know. I didn't grow up with a dream team, a dream school I wanted to go to. I was kind of just like open to everything, you know? So the decision was huge. I didn't know what I wanted to do. There were a lot of great universities, coaches calling me, contacting me. So I sat down with my grandma and we made a pros and cons list together
Love this story.
The last couple of schools I was looking at. And I was really like, genuinely did not. I was like, I don't know if I want to go here. I don't know if I want to go to UConn. We made that pros and cons list and it was clear that UConn was the best place for me to go. And after making that, I was like, okay, this feels right.
Was there a tipping point though where you knew that UConn, we're very thankful, by the way, here in Connecticut, but was there a tipping point where UConn really came out on top? Was it Gino or Chris? Like, did all of this come together and play a role in that decision?
It was like seeing everything on the pros and cons list, like just black and white on the paper, like none of the extra flashy whatever stuff, like having CD, the best coaching staff, being surrounded by the best players every day, getting to compete with them, then play with them, having the best schedule, just seeing, what the coaches have been able to produce. Like they're used to having the best players and making the best players and getting them not only, everything they want while they're in college, whether that's winning, whatever, but making sure that they're prepared for the next level, which is my goal after this. So I knew that in order for me to accomplish my dreams, live out my dreams, UConn was a place for me to go. And then you added all the little stuff, like Paige was here, Caroline was here, like those were my best friends at the time. And it's rare that you get to go to a school going in with people that and you're really close to. So that was another opportunity that I didn't want to pass up.
You had said that you had this T-chart with grandma, right? Pros and cons. Mm-hmm. Who lost out on you?
Like what schools?
Yeah.
I think the schools I came down to was UConn, UCLA, Maryland. There might have been a fourth, but I don't fully remember who it was.
We're very happy you chose UConn.
Me too. Too.
And speaking of UConn, though, so UConn is, like I said, we'd argue, the women's, that's where you go if you want to go pro. Many people would agree. Trust me, everybody in Connecticut that follows basketball would agree. But how are the accommodations? Like we all make assumptions of, hey, are they living in dorms? Are they living in a house? Are they all living together? Are they doing that? Like, what do the accommodations look like? Like walk us through a day in the life. Let's say it's a weekend, off season, no practice. Like, what does it look like?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we live in apartments together. So we all have there's 3 in apartments. We all live together with each other. So I think when we say that we get along, we genuinely mean that. We spend most minutes of the day together, and that's a lot of times by choice, not by force. We really just get along. So we live together on the weekend. A weekend in the off season would probably be, we usually like to do stuff. So if it's nice out, whether it's going to the lake, going for a walk, planning to go West Hartford to go shopping, go get a meal together. I'm like, what else do we do?
Name some favorite places you eat at. Like in West Hartford, what's your favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant?
You're going to make somebody really happy right now, and you're going to make some people really sad right now.
We love Cafe Aura.
Interesting.
That's not West Hartford. I know what you're doing.
That's not West Hartford.
That's not West Hartford.
That is not West Hartford. West Hartford, we pride ourselves on our restaurants.
That is Manchester, so we got to go back to the question. Tell us a couple. Give a couple you really like.
We love Bar Taco.
There you go.
We love Mexican food.
They'll love that.
Do you like the fact there's no waiters? That drives
It's
me nuts that there's no
interesting.
waiters.
Yeah,
Where, at Bar
I don't
Taco?
love that.
There's no waiters at Bar Taco.
Isn't it just one big bar? Why would there
Nope,
be
you
waiters?
scan on a code to get
Yeah,
your
you
food and it
scan a
drives me
QR
nuts.
code.
Like a Chili's type thing?
Yeah, and I eat like a child. So when I'm eating, I scan my code and I like all the children's food and they think it's a kid at the table, so my food comes out first. Every single time.
So you like
Do you
that.
know what he
I love
orders?
it. I love it.
He orders burgers and fries, but then he does some weird stuff to his burger.
Like
and
what?
like, go ahead.
I just eat like a child, so it has to have nothing on it. Just mayonnaise, extra mayo. Very simple. Tacos, I get the little kids one.
It's disgusting.
I like the plain. I just want meat and cheese. I don't want anything on there. No funky flavors.
He was on this diet one time. I'm totally.
I'm on it right now. So you know.
You are not. So
Yeah.
he worked with this doctor. She put him on this diet. You'll appreciate this for weight loss. He lost a ton of weight. All he was eating absolutely no bread. So he would come in and he'd bring like 6 sliders with him.
Yeah.
And like
Meatballs.
And I'm like, Brian. And he would drink. What was his alcohol choice? You will not. You
Tequila.
nope.
That's
He
my
loves-
normal off a diet?
Yeah,
That's
that's
my
off a
choice.
diet. Vodka and milk.
But just a splash of milk. Just a little dab of milk.
How does that make you feel, Azzi?
Gag.
But yes, in West Hartford,
He's tried to push that under my nose, by the way. No less than 5 times, and I will
I have
not go for it.
restaurants that literally walk over like vodka milk. They just know it. They automatically just bring it to me.
Because he's the only one.
I was gonna say I don't bet they've never heard anyone else
It's good.
order that.
And then it gets worse. And when they don't have milk, what is it?
I will. Sometimes they put a little dash of heavy cream in there.
I
That's grosser. That's grosser. I'll admit that's grosser.
I'm like,
but it's like
literally
drinking ice cream.
It's lit. Did you ever
Okay.
have those things growing up with like where the liquids separate and like you can see it like separate like science class? I gotta imagine she's gonna puke. I gotta imagine the vodka and the milk or the cream do the same thing. It's gross.
I'm trying not to judge you because I do. My teammates make fun of some of my eating habits, but
Let's hear them.
that-
You got to tell us
Yeah,
at least
you
one.
gotta tell us
Just
that.
like my love for cottage cheese.
I love cottage cheese, but it's got to be a certain kind. It's got to be I like the hood and the large curd. Do you like? No, am I grossing you out? I went too far.
They have some bad ingredients in there.
What do you eat?
Good Culture or Simply, the one that also has sour cream. I think that's Simply. Is that what it?
Prior to bad ingredients time, though, what was it? Did you like are you a hood girl? Like,
I did eat hood cottage cheese before.
so what do you eat it in? Everything?
Yeah. At first, when I first started eating it, it was just like berries. I would eat it for breakfast. But now I put it in like literally whatever. But like if I'm having, I do like a lot of bowls. It'll be like green, like some sort of like greens, like a grain, like a quinoa or something, cottage cheese, and like a protein, like chicken, and then avocado
You won't do
or
it.
whatever.
This is the guy with vodka and milk. Won't try your.
I'll tell you,
cottage
a
cheese.
couple times my vodka milk came out looking like cottage cheese. because milk is not a super popular ingredient at a bar.
And what did you do when it came out looking like cottage cheese?
I return it right back.
Oh, you didn't drink it?
Oh my God, ew.
I don't
I
know.
hate cottage cheese. The look, the texture.
Have you
everything
tried
about
it?
Yes.
I love cottage cheese.
I've tried everything. I just don't enjoy a lot of it.
I'm type 1 diabetic, as I was telling you, and cottage cheese is like the go-to. It's protein. It fills you up. The TikTok has been the best thing that ever hit cottage cheese because every time I go on, it's like, try making sourdough bread with cottage cheese. Try making
I
banana
actually
bread
did.
with
I
cottage
made
cheese.
bagels with
How was
cottage
it?
cheese. It was actually really good.
Cinnamon rolls with cottage cheese. And I'm like, I'm kind of all in. Would you eat it if you didn't know it was in it?
Nope.
Or if you knew?
Not a chance. Sour cream I'm in. No cottage cheese.
What's the difference?
Texture. I'm a texture guy. Can't eat fish. Can't
Greek
eat
yogurt?
cottage cheese. No.
Sour cream and Greek yogurt are
Same
Can't do
thing.
it. No, I can't. Yogurt. If I think about it, and I think it's old milk in my head, and then with the flavor in it, it just nothing works for me. I don't know. It's mental. I'm nuts. I'm fine saying that.
Let's hear the other eating habits. So cottage cheese. We're all in on the cottage cheese. I'm with you.
Yes. Let's see.
You might lose me with the next one though.
Pineapple on pizza.
I know, dude. With bacon and all that action.
I mean, I'll have it with pepperoni. Usually it's like ham
And
but-
pineapple.
But I'll have pepperoni and pineapple.
Goodness. You're in Connecticut.
Yeah.
I think the only pizza allowed here is like clam pizza and cheese, right? Isn't that like the thing?
And pepperoni is a big one. I mean, pineapple.
I do get judged a lot for that.
Yeah.
But
Where's the best go-to pizza place in stores? Is there one?
in stores? I don't know.
I mean, I assume there's no Uber Eats or Slice or any of that action out there, right?
There is actually. Uber Eats and DoorDash just started delivering
That's
out there.
pretty- that's pretty
It's pretty
rad.
new.
Big adjustment from Metro DC.
Yes.
So.
But Pepe's, it's not in stores, but that is the best one around in my opinion.
Have you tried Modern?
No, where's that?
She's talking Pepe's in probably Manchester, right? Like up that way?
Yeah.
You've never went to the true one down New Haven?
No, I have not. Actually, I've
Modern.
been there once.
Modern pizza, my friend.
Where is that?
It's the best in New Haven. So it's funny. New Haven's got like Pepe's, Modern, Sally's. What else is over there? Bar.
I've heard of Sally's.
So you guys should totally go on a pizza tour down there.
Okay.
Like it would be a great field trip because I'm telling you, Modern's the best. I think you'll agree. How do you like the pizza though? Do you like it like thin, doughy? Like what do you like?
I prefer thin, but
Modern.
okay, modern.
Yeah, I don't know if they
write
have,
this down.
they have pineapple.
I don't have to have pineapple on pizza. I just think that it's good.
She doesn't want to be judged everywhere she goes. She just has it once in a while.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a texture thing for me.
I mean, stringy, I don't know. Just wouldn't work.
Do you have sauce on it too? Like red sauce? It's normal pizza just with pineapple on it. Anything? Oh. You lost me on that one. What next?
I just like to eat healthy. So like I'll snack on like cucumbers and carrots and peppers, and I
that.
think that's so weird.
Cucumbers, carrots, and peppers will ruin my entire meal. If I get a raw pepper, I will literally turn all my food back in. If they give me a salad and there's like
I
a little
don't think
dab,
we can go eat together.
no, it's gonna be a horrible match. I'm just saying it right now.
He won't go to Bar Taco. He already said he's mad about Bar
No,
Taco.
I go. I just get the little kid food. Which I'm fine with.
So West Hartford, so Bar Taco's your go-to. Mm-hmm. Any other ones?
We went to another place that was really good, but I don't remember the name of
What
it
kind
now.
of food?
It actually might have been a pizza place. I think it was Italian.
Savoy? Might have been.
It was Brico.
Was it in the center?
Oh.
Brico.
I think
Brico, yeah.
that
Yeah, it
was
might
it.
have been.
Good
So
pizza.
West Hartford has a bunch of great places. Max's is huge too here. Like, they don't have a Max up there, right? Just Avon them. Max's is really great. But how about let's go to stores though. Where's the team's go-to place to eat in stores or around stores?
So for me this year, my go-to has been cooking. But I feel like a go-to is there's a Square Peg, which is a pizza place, which is right by us. There's like a cute little cafe by us, Dog Lane Cafe, or we'll go to Chuck's Margarita and Grill
There it is.
for Mexican. But yeah, I feel like I'm still trying to explore. I feel like there's a lot of spots like in Willimantic that I haven't hit that I want to try.
My assistant's family may or may not own Chuck's Margaritas and may or may not be giving you gift cards for saying that on the air. But we're gonna you've actually eaten there, right? It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So before a game, pre-game food. So some athletes cannot eat before a game. I've talked to many of them. They don't eat anything before a game. Then they like binge eat after. What's your pre-game food routine?
Okay, so our pregame meals usually consist of, it's usually chicken, sometimes steak, some sort of fish, so either salmon or shrimp, and then there's usually a soup. It's usually chicken noodle soup. Sometimes it's different. There's always a baked potato bar with normal potato, sweet potato, and then some sort of pasta and like salad bar and stuff. So I usually have a salad, half a baked potato, and I'll load it. Depending on how the hotel chicken looks, we'll touch that, or the salmon. A little bit of pasta. I'm usually I get a little bit of everything, but I definitely I'm someone who, when I feel things like nerves and stuff, I feel it in my stomach, but I have to eat before a game. If I didn't eat before a game, I don't know if I'd be hangry, miserable, no energy, all of the above, but I would definitely have to eat before a game.
And halftime. So we all see you guys walk out and we don't know what's going on. Most of the time, UConn is up, right? So that's awesome. But there's been times where that's not the case and you guys have come back. What does halftime usually look like? Is it a group huddle and a chat with Gino and CD? Is it what is it? Or is it just quiet time? Talk to us, because we all speculate. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So can you talk to me a little bit about that typically?
Yeah, so usually the first, when we first come in, if things are going well, it'll be we'll hype each other up, good job, and then we'll take a second to catch our breaths. And then we'll talk about what we see, we need to do this better, we're doing a great job doing this, whatever it might be. If things aren't going well, then it might be silence to start, catching our breaths. Then I'll be all right, we got to do this. This is too easy for them. These are things we need to fix. We need to do this better. And then the coaches will come in. Coach will say we're doing well, say we suck, and then tell us what we need to fix. And Then we bring it in and get right back out there.
And, so off the court hobbies. So I read that you're an avid reader.
I am.
I don't know when you find time, but you're an avid reader. So what kind of books do you like?
I love fiction books. I don't read as much during the season just because there's no time and there's just no time. I'll bring books on the plane and stuff, but usually I'm trying to get as much work done as I can. So, but during the summer, during the off season, I love to read. I love mystery books. I love a good romance book here and there, but I'm really more of like a mystery thriller.
Whodunit?
Yeah.
What do you read? What's your author?
I've read a lot of Frida McFadden books.
Yeah, of course. Don't you feel like after the first like 3 or 4, they're kind of all the same?
Yeah, so I have to like space
But
them
I still
out.
read them.
Yes, I do too.
I'm like, no, I'm not reading another one. It's all the same. And I pick it up. I'm like, Brooke, you're like, you can't do this. And then I read the next one. Mm-hmm. So I love her too. But I mean, doesn't it kind of feel like after like the 4th one, it's all the same?
Yeah, so I can't like read them back to back. I gotta space them up. Now I'm gonna blank on every other book and author that I've read that I like.
Have you read Verity?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, so if you become a mom, don't read it. So my daughter was like a year old and I read it and I was like, I can't keep reading this book. Put it down. They're making a movie, actually. I think about it right now.
Yeah.
But Colleen Hoover's like pretty legit. She's pretty good.
Yeah, no, she makes good books, but I was under the impression that there were only like romance kind of books. So Verity was the first one I read and I was shocked.
It was great. I couldn't put it down, but then I couldn't read it. And like I took 3 pages, like when it really got into, I don't want to give anything away in here, but when it really got, to like the like mom pulling of the chain for me, I was like, okay, I'm just going to skip this chapter and move to the next. It was hard to do. It's fine. But holy cow, like that book was crazy. And apparently she's written some other kind of crazy ones. I haven't. I'd recommend to you, have you read Wedding People?
No, but I have it actually.
Read it.
Okay.
And Atmosphere, I just started.
Is that Taylor?
Same.
Okay.
Yeah. Read that one too.
Okay.
Atmosphere's a really good one.
Wait, who wrote?
I think you're right. Taylor Jenkins Reid, and
have you read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo?
That's what got me into reading again. Okay. So amazing.
I love that book.
I totally didn't see the twist in the middle coming at all. Again, I don't want to give it away, but I'm like,
I was crying on the plane reading that book.
Oh, we were all crying. Are you kidding me? And so I gave it to my wife, and I'm like, you have to read this book, and I didn't tell her anything. And she gets somebody in the book. She goes, that's one of the best books I've ever read. And she's, of course, like she's in bed because I go to bed at like, I hit the bed at about 10. And she's like crying. I'm like, what is going on? She was reading the book. That book is crazy. And I don't want to give anything away, but that book is the reason why I picked up reading again. Because I read a lot and then college got in the way, then everything, work and everything else. But that was one of my faves. I always say the title wrong, but the Things We Cannot Say is another
that's on my list to read.
Amazing book. And what's another book I had read? Oh, and James. You should put that in your book. It's like I don't want to get too much into it with you, but it's fantastic. An author rewrote Huck Finn basically, and it's amazing. So I would recommend you read that. Yeah, I'll send you a book list.
Please
Actually, do you have Goodreads?
I do.
You should follow me on Goodreads.
Okay,
I'm like a readaholic. Broken Country is another one you'll absolutely love. I could name them all.
Have you read The Nightingale?
It's at home. Everybody says to read it. I have not.
But like, just be ready because our strength coach gave it to me and was like, Fudd, you should read this. It's a great book. And I was so unprepared for the heaviness I was about to read. And I think I stayed up. It was when I was hurt. So we had just gotten back from a trip. I read it the whole plane ride. I stayed up till 3 a.m. I finished the book and I just like in my bed crying. That was a really good
Kristen
book.
Hanna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that at home. My cat was named Tallulah. Have you read Firefly Lane from Kristen Hanna?
I haven't.
Amazing.
I've heard it.
Before the movie. I read it before it was cool. And Tallulah, I named my cat after the main character because I was obsessed with the book. So if you haven't read Firefly Lane, you should read it. It's good.
Okay.
I could talk books with you all
Okay,
day.
wait, I can't wait to
Books are
follow
like
your
cottage
Goodreads.
cheese.
You have to follow me on Goodreads. And you can ask if you have like a question. I'll tell you the ones that are great. But I rate honestly too. If it's a 1 or 2 or 3, don't rate. I only do Goodreads that are like 4.2 or above. Like I'm not going to waste my time. But yeah, and there's some. I also like kind of non-super well-known authors that are like getting, like Kathleen George, you would love her. And she's out of, I think, University of Pittsburgh. And her books are a little over 15 years old or so, maybe 20. But she wrote like thrillers, like cop thrillers. They were amazing. So you'll see all that if you follow my Goodreads.
I'm excited.
You should follow it, yeah. So you're reading, you're traveling for work. Top 5 streaming shows right now. If I were to break into your account and hijack it, what am I seeing?
Okay, so
Don't say Love Island.
Oh, absolutely not.
Please
No.
don't say Love Island.
I've watched like an episode, not an episode. I've watched like 10 minutes here and there with my teammates because they were obsessed with it. But I haven't really watched shows. I was on a movie kick this summer, and then when I did watch something, and then since we've been back, we've watched some horror movies, some basketball. Other than that, like I've been hanging out with my teammates. I've had class, and then I'll read my devotional, and then all of a sudden I'm knocked out, and it's
the
time for
best.
the next day. Yeah.
Knocking out when you're reading is the absolute best. Movie. What's the best one for the summer you've seen?
Oh, okay. Well, we just watched all of the Conjuring movies. We have the new one to watch. The Conjuring, the horror movies.
I don't do horror. They scare me.
Are those the ones based off the Warrens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I watched a
Like
horror
they're all
movie.
like based out of Connecticut.
Yeah, they're right. They're the
the
Warren
Annabelle
house is very
people?
close to my house. Yeah.
Is that Annabelle people? Annabelle?
Wait, is it actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. They're like, there's like a whole thing.
They have a museum now. So Matt
Wait,
Rife.
where is it? Where is it?
It's in Monroe, Connecticut.
Is that
How
who
far
has
is
the
that?
doll though?
Matt,
Yes.
it's in there.
Yes.
The comedian has it.
Yeah. Well, Matt Rife bought into this, and he now is one of the owners of the Warrens house.
Okay, wait. How far would you say it is from stores?
Hour and 20.
Yeah, probably an hour and 20.
Sounds worth the trip to me.
It's worth
my
the
God.
That
trip.
stuff doesn't freak you
I'm
out.
gonna make. So I watched it with Kaylee, KK, and Khalees. I'm gonna make them get in my car, and I'm just like, we're gonna go for a trip. We're gonna go get dinner
You're
or
not gonna
something.
tell
And I'm
them.
just gonna drive there and surprise them. They're gonna
Yeah.
be so mad.
It's really cool because for years they were always in our area. So if you had a restaurant, there was a haunted restaurant I used to work at. The Warrens would come there all the time, and they would go through a restaurant and say, "Okay, this is haunted, not haunted." They'd host ghost things there. It was really kind of cool.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
You love that stuff?
Yeah.
Up until I think I was 30, in the middle of the night when I would go downstairs to like if I heard a noise, I was the person that literally stood on their toes and ran, like I'd hit the light and run full speed up the stairs.
So
in
that
case,
would
do you know what I mean?
definitely be me.
Like,
That would
I
be
don't
me.
do horror movies. I don't do horror movies.
Well, the funny thing, because their house was, it had to be protected because they're so well known. And my brother back in the day was a cop, and he started off in that town. So he had to go through their house, go through the museum, go through all of it, where everything's kept. They have a whole separate house that
They
everything's
really
kept in.
had that?
Yeah.
Oh, your
It's all
brother's the
in
one
it.
that clears the junk, right?
No
Is that
way.
did he clear that?
No, he was a cop.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would not touch anything.
So he would go in and he had to go in the house, but they were. I mean, they're big in Connecticut, so they were everywhere. Spoke at every college.
She just passed, not recently,
Yeah.
or not that long ago, right? Recently.
Yeah, and they're going to make it.
I don't
You're-
play that game.
You're going to do this. They're going to make it. They think they're going to do an Airbnb there, so you could actually stay
No.
overnight.
Okay, yeah, absolutely not. No, not a chance.
That'll
I
be our
would go
gift to
see
you.
it.
That'll be our gift to you. An overnight at the Warrens house.
And a gift card to margaritas. Chuck's Margaritas. Celebrate the day, right? But you're balanced. You have these hobbies, you have school, you have that, but you're an amazing student. I don't know how, but you're an amazing student. I think people that have gone through college are like, how do these basketball players keep up? Because you guys are always traveling during the season. And like, when can you go to class? Like, when practice? Like, we all just assume like there's no time for anything. How do you keep up a GPA like you have?
I think time management is the biggest thing. And growing up an athlete with AU practice, school, then your school team practices, like I learned how to do homework in the car. I learned how to do homework in noisy gyms. Like you just learn like you have to get your work done. There's no other way to put it. Like if you want to play basketball, you need to have good grades. So it's just, I feel like having effective time management. So like on planes, on the bus, on whatever it is, if I know I have to get something done, I'm like, let me just knock this out, get it out. Because when we get to the hotel and like we're doing something fun, I'm going to want to spend time with my teammates. I'm not going to want to be like, oh, can't hang out tonight, guys, because I have to go study for business law. Like, no. And I know that about myself. So, but I do feel like it's an adjustment when you get here. There's so many, at least for me, it was like there's so many fun things to do. Like I need to sit down and get my work done before I go do those things, or else I'm not going to want to do my homework. But I also do think that, I mean, I don't know what other programs are like, but at UConn, they do a really good job of giving you all the resources you need to be successful. It's like when you're a freshman, you have mandatory study hall, so that it forces you to like have a routine, get your work done. You can have tutors for any class you either like you need it, or if you think you might need it, if you're taking, stats and you're not good at math usually, like you can ask for a tutor ahead of time just to prepare yourself. So I think just having all these resources available, being able to take advantage of those resources, having it like a open lines of communication with your professors, because like you said, we travel a lot. So being able to be proactive and like, oh, professor, I'm going to miss this class. Is there anything like you need from me ahead of time, or make sure I stay on top of stuff? But definitely like it's different than high school. So you have to learn what strategies work best for you. But I feel like just making sure like you keep your priorities in check and make sure your time is effectively managed.
And we're kind of all mesmerized by Gino. Everybody kind of is, actually.
Me too.
Yeah, we're all mesmerized with Gino. But it's got to say something that most of the women that come out of his program, they go on to do great things. Like, you can't name a female that came out of his program that hasn't done great things. Like, you can't. Does he have a lot of influence on you guys as far as the type of people that you are when you're playing for him and the type of people that you become?
Yeah, I mean, I think first of all, it takes like a certain kind of person to come and play at UConn, play for him. And they know that. And so it's why they only recruit a certain amount of people here. So I think that's the first part, is they like recruit people who they know are going to fit, like in their, what's what I'm looking for, in their program. And then, I mean, when you have people like Coach and CD in your life, like they have so much knowledge and so much wisdom that they can share with you. Like I just feel like when you're around people like them, like without even trying, like you're going to learn so much, whether it's on the court, like real life stuff off the court, you learn so much. You're going to be a better person, more mature, more wise, whatever it may be from them. But I think like it takes a certain kind of person to be here, a certain kind of person to be able to take all that information from them and grow. And it's sometimes when you're in it, I don't want to say we take it for granted, but like it's normal for us to have like be in this program, be with Coach and CD and all the other coaches every single day. But like we are so lucky to have them and have them as coaches, because like we're getting some of the best knowledge that's ever been passed around in this game. And so to be able to be coached by them is just such a blessing. And
do you feel like even when you move on and up from UConn that you will still have Gino and CD in your life in a big way?
Oh, for sure. I definitely think so. I know that there are people that no matter the situation, and now once I leave here, whenever it may be, if I reach out to them for whatever it may be, I know that they'll respond and they'll have my back no matter what.
So I know we have to start wrapping this up a little bit, but talking about mentors, Steph Curry, tell us about that.
So Steph has been a tremendous mentor to me, and I feel like it's a resource I don't use enough. Something I'm working on as well is not feeling like I'm bothering people. I know that if I had any questions, I can talk to him about it. But we've done some incredible things together. Like I just went to China with him, and that was an unreal experience. Like one of the coolest things I've ever gotten the opportunity to do. But just getting to see him as a person and the behind the scenes and what goes into that has been so just amazing to witness. I mean, like as I'm in college, figuring out who I am, what I want to stand for, the things I want to do now while I'm in college and after as I continue my career. And so seeing like who Steph Curry really is and how like he's so genuine and authentic and true to himself no matter what in all times, on the court, off the court. I think like that's something I aspire to be.
And it sounds like you've surrounded yourself with really great people. Like, I think a lot of a success of an athlete is not just what they can do, it's who surrounds them and is influencing them. Do you have any other people that are around you that you feel make a big difference in not only the athlete you are, but the human that you're becoming?
Yeah, I mean, you said it great. I think the people that you have in your circle are so, so vital to your success and who you are as a person. So I try to make sure that the people I'm around also share the same values as me. That's why I'm here with you, right?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But my family is so important to me in my life, and they definitely are a huge reason as to why I'm here, who I am, my coaches, my teammates. I feel like it's the people you would expect that I have around me, but I've been so fortunate to have those people that have been close to me in my life, like share those values and those same morals. So I've never had like real issues of like, oh, like I need to separate myself from these people.
And the W is coming, right? So you're in a position right now that the talk is, and again, that you could go first. That's what the talk on the street is. Do you ever just sit there and kind of pinch yourself? I mean, you've worked hard. So it's not like anything, it doesn't seem like anything in your career has been given to you. But do you ever just sit there and pinch yourself and say, is this really my life? Like, am I really going to be standing up there? And is it possible that, I mean, even first round, it's amazing. But do you ever just sit there and just let it take it all in?
I try to. I think it's hard when you're in the moment to really, that's something I'm working on, is like really trying to appreciate all the little things in everyday life. But I'm not thinking about that too much because there's so much that I'm focused on for this season before I get to what's next in 8 months. But there's been so many pinch me moments just since I've been at UConn. I mean, so much of last year and winning a national championship like that was surreal, and still I'll get goosebumps and chills thinking about that still when I walk in and see our banner and our faces on the wall and the trophy. Like, I'm like we really did that. Sometimes I'm like, Ash, like, can you believe we really did that? Like, that's us up there. Like, we have our names on this wall forever with this program. So I think just taking it one day at a time, staying present, not worrying about like you said, it would be a dream come true, but that is to me right now so far down the road. So staying present, making sure I'm taking full advantage of the here and now with my teammates.
Do we know who has the first round pick this year? Has that been announced yet? I don't know. No, not yet. Not yet.
I don't know.
Because we're not focused on that. We're
Exactly,
focusing
no.
on winning for UConn first. I have just a couple last questions. Your WNBA idol, can't say your mom because that's a given. Who?
Right now I'd say Nafisa Collier.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And how about growing up? Were you a fan of anybody growing up?
Growing up, I feel like growing up I didn't have. There's no one I was like crazy about. We just watched basketball all the time in my house. I loved watching Sue Bird. We watched a lot of Stewie in college, Maya Moore, but I didn't have like that one person growing up.
And you said you're shy. And social media, though, the whole team is on social media, and it's great. And you guys put together like TikToks and all this other stuff. But when you end up on social media, you definitely appreciate and understand the power of social media, right? And people in your business, out of your business, whatever the case might be. How have you been able to manage allowing, some of your personal life to go onto social media, like all of you guys do?
Yeah, there's definitely pros and cons of social media, but what I like about it is that, like you get to choose what you share. So if you don't want to share, you don't have to. If you want to share, you can. And I think that's something this last year, it's what I've been working on, is sharing more about me, about my life, about like who I am. And like I said, you have the choice to share whatever you want. Some people share stuff that's not really them. It's like fake stuff. But for me, like I want my image on social media, my profile to be like who I truly am, like my authentic self. So sharing, more like behind the scenes stuff, more, I don't know, I just want to be more vulnerable. Like if people are going to follow me and look up to me and be fans of who I am, I want them to like really know the real Azzi and not just like, oh, like she's so good at basketball, she's good at this. Like there's more to me than just that. And there's more that goes into who I am than what a lot of people see. So I want to show that.
Is it hard to see some negative comments as well as, I mean, most of the comments around you are positive, but is it hard to see negative comments or you just kind of brush it off?
It can be hard, but I think I'm someone who also who wants to show more of me on social media as much as I want to. I also realize how much of a toll social media can take on you and how draining it can be. Yes, exactly. So I try to really monitor that. Like I don't want to be scrolling for too long. I don't want to be I'd rather stay present and be here with you, be here with my teammates, enjoy those moments than worry about what everyone else is doing. And so I try not to look too hard, even at the positive comments. But sometimes you'll see one of those negative ones and you're like, oh, that one kind of hurt. But at the same time, you just brush it off and keep moving because they don't really know you.
Read the positives, sink it all in, because the stats are in your favor. There's very few girls that will ever be able to be in your seat. That's one advice I could give you from one successful female to another. Sink it all in, own it, you've earned it, and appreciate it for what it is. You be humble, but don't be too humble. Appreciate the fact that you've worked to get to where you are, because you earn it. And when you do that, you set an example for everybody else and all the other young girls. The problem with women that are successful is sometimes we've been programmed to make it feel like it's a negative thing in some regard, right? We almost run away from it. Embrace it. You are on the throne, and what you've built is amazing. And my last question for you, I was a 12-year-old girl once too, and I wanted to be a pro athlete. Wasn't in the cards for me, but I get to do this awesome stuff with soon-to-be pro athletes. What would you tell that 12-year-old little girl that either sees you guys on TV this year or whatever and says, I want to do what she's doing? What advice would you give that girl that aspires to be you?
I would say work hard, dream big. I'd say set goals, actually. I'd say set goals. Set goals, work hard, do extra, and, be your own biggest cheerleader. I think confidence is something that the last couple of years I've struggled with, and it might not seem like it, but if you don't believe in yourself, like how can you expect other people to believe in you? And so you need to find that confidence from within first. And once you believe you're unstoppable, like your self-talk and how you feel about yourself is way more powerful than you think. So once you believe you're unstoppable, that's how you'll carry yourself every day. So believe in yourself, and the sky's the limit.
There are amazing things to come for you. I am so excited I got to get in on your journey right now, and I want to bring you back in. I'm going to watch you from the sidelines, of course, but I want to bring you back in when you've gotten there, and I think we're going to be having a conversation then, and you're going to say, I still haven't hit the top. Do you have plans for after basketball? Do you want to be a lawyer?
Maybe, except that means more school, so I don't know.
It's okay. I will show you everything you need to know. You'd be a fan. We need confident female litigators. I'll teach you everything you need to know. Don't brush it off altogether.
I won't.
You can teach me basketball.
Okay.
Because I'm terrible, and I'll teach you to be a lawyer.
All right,
cool?
perfect.
Perfect. Done. All right. Thanks, Azzi. I appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Sure thing.